Welcome back to Breakfast Television. Well, are you sitting on a lot of money, perhaps valuable artwork in your home, either on the wall, maybe in the basement? We've seen it happen before. Lydia Abbott joins me now. Good morning, Lydia.
Good morning, Elias.
You are a Canadian art specialist. You're also the vice president of Consignor Canadian Fine Art, and you're in town for a very good reason. Why are you in Montreal this week?
So we're here because we've kind of been doing cross-country tours of these valuation days. It's free valuations we're giving for people that have artwork. Maybe they know what they have, but they want kind of like a new valuation, a current market valuation, or they have no idea what they have. Yeah. And that's usually the exciting ones where we can kind of help and provide a free valuation.
There's something about, whether it's like TV shows like Antiques Roadshow, that kind of stuff, people just love this idea that they're going to go to a garage sale, they're going to find something, and it's going to turn out to be valuable, or perhaps it's something that's in their family. Just talk to me a little bit about that excitement that happens when you find something.
I mean, it does happen. We've had, maybe about 10% of the time someone has no idea what they have, and then it ends up being something that has like an auction value. Yeah. And at our firm, Consignor.ca, we sell a lot of works online and through live auctions as well. But one really fun time was when we had a painting by William Kurlek. And the art, the collector, or not the collector, the client came in and he said, I've got so much art.
There it is right there.
So much art on my walls, and a lot of them were these religious paintings that we really didn't know where they were from, and then he pulled this one out at the end. And he said, I just think it's just some like folk art piece that maybe doesn't have much value to it. And it ended up selling with us for over $40,000.
Wow, what
and
an
that was the one
story.
He wasn't even going to bring. He was like, maybe I'll just bring it to a garage sale and just get sell it. Yeah.
Lydia, you're based in Toronto, but you studied art history here at McGill.
I did.
So you're one of our own.
I am.
Why don't you tell us about what you brought in today? First of all, like the overall themes here of everything you brought in, then we'll start off looking at these pieces.
Yeah, sure. So everyone's probably familiar or has heard of the Group of Seven. That's kind of just when you learn a little bit about art and Canadian art history. Group of Seven is sort of one of the terms that you learn.
Is that like a basic term?
It is. It's just an important Canadian group of artists that were sort of in the 20s and early 30s. Okay. So we have a painting by one of the Group of Seven members here, J.E.H. MacDonald, and that is valued in our upcoming May auction for $12,000 to $15,000. So when we look at sort of valuing arts, we look at sort of what we call the 10 Commandments. So that would be like, who is the artist and what was their association? That's really important. A lot of the value is in sort of who they were.
For someone who is looking to start a collection of art, what should they be looking at if they want their art to sort of go up in value?
Well, what's great is you can buying at auction is good because there's sort of track record for artists' work at auction. So you can compare it to 2 years ago, 5 years ago, and see where the market's kind of gone for them. And if it sort of seems to be climbing, it's usually a safe investment, but also buy something that you really like, because you may end up having to hold on to it for 15 years to see appreciation.
You have to look at it every day in a hallway or in your foyer.
Yeah.
What's next? What are we going to look at next?
This is Joe Fafard. This is an artist. He's a prairie-based artist, and he sort of grew up on the farm. So this is one of his best-known subjects, and that is in an upcoming auction at $3,000 to $4,000.
A bronze sculpture. What is this? And is this a Canadian artist?
It is, yes. Joe Fafard.
Wow,
He's
lovely.
based in Saskatchewan.
And when it comes to sculptures, is there something that we should be looking at for a sculpture, like the time that's put into this thing, or?
Sure. I mean, you want to, again, it's all about, who the artist is of the work, the size of it as well. Obviously, his larger sculptures are going to be a lot more expensive. Yeah. We've had larger ones sell for $50,000. Wow. So these smaller ones, however, these are easy to put anywhere. So there's the bonus to that where, you can put it on your office desk or on a mantle or something.
Man, an office desk, a 3,000 piece of art on your not bad at all. Okay, next up, what's this?
Now we have a work by actually an important historical Quebec artist, Clarence Gagnon. So many viewers may know this artist. And he actually spent a lot of time training in Paris, and he lived in Paris.
It's this time of year, too.
Yes,
perfect.
But it is. And actually, it's one of his depictions of Charlevoix region. So many, many viewers may have visited that area.
And this is, as they say, an oil on panel. What about the different types of, I hear all these words, acrylic and that kind of stuff. Is there something that for serious art collectors they're looking towards, or it could be anything here?
I mean, if the artist is known for oil paintings, then collect the oil painting usually, especially in terms of value retention. But here's actually another example by the same artist.
This is another Gagnon.
Another Gagnon. Yeah. And it's actually an etching. And the etching is of a city in France. So that's going to be valued a bit less. This is $20,000 to $30,000. This is actually $800 to $1,200.
And that's a really good example of how, let's say you've got an artist that you love, you can't afford a $20,000 painting. Well, look at that. You can get an etching that's, around $1,000.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. What's next?
And last we have a painting by Maud Lewis.
Okay.
And so this is an amazing example of sort of what we call the Hollywood effect, where Maud Lewis works used to sell for a few $1,000s before. Now,
boy, has it ever gone up.
It's really gone up. So now they're selling, well, our estimate is 10 to 15,000, but recently we've been doubling the prices at auction because of the film Maudie, because of Ethan Hawke and Sally Hawkins and this amazing film that they made about her life.
If you end up in pop culture, boom, your values go up.
Exactly, there you go.
Quickly tell us about the event that is happening tomorrow for people who are looking to go get their art verified.
Right, so tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. we'll be at the Atwater Club. It's 3505 Atwater Avenue, so just north of Sherbrooke. And we'll be there. Ideally, you would make an appointment with us, which is really easy. You can go to consignor.ca and email us info@consignor.ca or find the telephone number there on the website, and we're happy to see you.
Lydia Abbott, thank you so much for joining us. And I hope if you've got this artwork at home that you join her tomorrow, and hopefully you'll strike it rich. Thanks, Lydia.
Thank you.
We'll be back on Breakfast Television with a story about Montreal potholes.